Stop having people scroll through every second of my show trying to find me mispronouncing words, calling out Candace Owens, and waiting for her to make a mistake so they can try to delegitimize every effort that she is making to get to the bottom of this thing. Legitimatize, people were just trying to delegitimize why the crime scene was immediately paved over and the soil was excavated. This caricature of Candace Owens, there has been so much toxicity. All the toxicity. I am saying this in its true denotative meaning. It is a biennial joint military operation. Sex slave was hired by music mogul. The Ukrainians now have yachts. They've got shallots in Switzerland. The IDF even dropped napalm. Candace, have you had a chance to see the Michael biopic yet? I wanted to see the Michael biopic. Wield a cutlass, the machete, with such flourish, like fruit of the loom. Apparently there was no cornucopia. I am so very disappointed in Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, and Pam Bondi, who all made these grandiose promises. Many people within the White House believe that it was staged as well because of some other security protocol anomalies that took place that night. And we're gonna say we're not gonna be isolationists because we're just going, when are we allowed to just be isolationist? We're going isolationist. Us having any shred of moral decency and upset about that somehow makes us monstrous. You know, this monstrosity was a part of the monstrosity. The monstrosity, it really wakes you up to the monstrosity. And a CEO and a chairman has to compartmentalize. If you can't compartmentalize, there was a philosophy class called Senior Sem, and he used to come in every day with a debacle. Taylor Swift was somehow involved in this entire debacle. The Kanye West debacle, Christ is King debacle, the Christ is King non-debacle, Jeffrey Epstein, this whole debacle, Epstein debacle, and him wanting to move on from the Epstein debacle. The FISA debacle, the Hamptons debacle, whole debacle, and that whole debacle, entire debacle. We knew a kerfluffle happened as this dress kerfluffle causes this whole race kerfluffle, a serious kerfluffle. I did not grow up in a Prince household beyond a couple of his major hits, namely Raspberry Beret, retired Green Beret, to do it again posthumously. Posthumous. What did I say? Posthumously instead of posthumously. And so I'll give you an analogy, or actually an anecdote, not even an anecdote, a little anecdote. Everybody uses the terminology blitz, blitzkrieg. Blitz means lightning. Krieg means war. A blitzkrieg, Catholic, no, he just liked the architecture. He loved the architecture. It was about the architecture. He loved the architecture and the architecture. In ways that you can honor Charlie. Stop telling us that it has to always be Miss Macabre. Became and this is correct, an adolescent psychiatric nurse. Obligatory. Doing the obligatory. We're obligatory. Tyler Boyer then jumped into the foray. Then Alex Jones jumped into the foray. Tracy Martin, Erica's dear, long 15-year friend, jumped into the foray. And because these chips are made with real food, they are more satiating. Much more satiating. They are more satiating. Towards the end of Obama, we started hearing all of this rhetoric. My rhetoric. The wisdom of Solomon, it came to be seen as an amulet or a talisman. Jews and that medieval jewelry, everything that we're learning about medieval jewelry is a lie. And there have been so many concerted attacks. Definitely am seeing a concerted attack, a concerted effort. Obviously, that's pretty reminiscent. Yeah, it's eerily reminiscent. It is reminiscent. It is reminiscent. It's sounding a bit reminiscent. Very reminiscent. So reminiscent. It's becoming very much reminiscent. Borough that has been corrupt. The borough of alcohol and tobacco. Federal Bureau of Investigation. FBI Bureau. Federal Bureau. State Bureau. Borough. The boroughs. What is the borough doing? All of these bureaucrats among bureaucrats. Into the bureaucrats. Borough. Were you brought into an FBI bureau? Maybe he's being a little hyperbolic, being facetious a little bit, hyperbolic. I'm being hyperbolic, extremely hyperbolic. This hyperbolic. Okay, I'm probably being a little hyperbolic. Not trying to be hyperbolic.
How are you gonna know where he goes and shit, though?
I'm being hyperbolic. The Matrix hates me. I will never win any more accolades. He handed all these accolades. You certainly aren't gonna win any accolades. The Hormuz Strait, Malacca, Japan, Gibraltar, I always say that wrong. Gilbert, you guys know, you guys know what I'm trying to say there. It's such a ridiculous way to try to delegitimize the research that we have done.